Hello, I'm glad to be here and give an oral presentation on NuSTAR. And its name is Nuclear Spectroscopic Telescope Array. And here's the content of my presentation and also my group's presentation. And I will go introduce these three aspects of NuSTAR as the beginning of our presentation. First of all, it is basic introduction. The NuSTAR is a space-based telescope that focuses on high energy X-rays. And from astrophysical sources, especially for nuclear spectroscopy, and operates in the range of 3 to 79 keV. Secondly, it is the location. The NuSTAR spacecraft was launched on June 13th, 2012, and the launch site was the Marshall Islands on Pacific Ocean. Thirdly, when it comes to design, X-rays needed to be generated as here, and we need to put some mirrors at these sites. Mirrors can absorb X-ray and then reflect to this point.
Yeah.
Next is solar panel. The solar panel of NuSTAR is able to generate about 729 watts of power, which can be stockpiled into lithium-ion batteries. And the next is deployable mast. The NuSTAR is very small and launched by a small rocket, so the volume of NuSTAR is limited. So deployable mast is an essential structure to NuSTAR. It can extend to 10 meters after launch. It is necessary to achieve the long focus length by spreading the NuSTAR X-ray optics from the detectors by its deployable mast. This structure also made the launch easier.
So as Zihan talked about, we need to observe the X-ray from celestial bodies. So we can't just read the high energy X-ray, so we need to translate them into the data. So we have two detectors in the optics. So the detectors are made by specific materials, the cadmium, zinc, telluride, and they can translate the X-ray into electrons, and also then the electrons can be translated into the data. So here is the spacecraft bus. So as we know, the NuSTAR is just an optics, so we need to control it on the orbit of the Earth. So this spacecraft bus is just a controller. It controls the power in electricity, and also the attitude control to keep the optics on the orbit, and also you need to control the So in order to avoid the destruction by sun or others. So here's the research. Well, the optics, the NuSTAR have many kind of research, and through the observing of high energy X-ray. So they need to like black holes and galaxies and also quasars. These kind of celestial bodies, and people can research them through the NuSTAR. And here's an example of the research of NuSTAR. And now is the conclusion at last. So NuSTAR is an optic, and it is really important, and because it can observe the high energy X-ray, so which can be observed by other classic optics. So we launched them into spaces, and it's just like this one, and we can use it to do many important research.